police and army band followed them across the land. We cried for crowded streets made full of garbage men. Seemed to save us with their galleon trucks that shine just like the first time we fell in love, but it'll never feel the way it was when we were kids. Again. So this angry war that lights the moon strikes your heart with a silver spoon. Extermination plan from June is the music of your favorite tune. Well, this country is dead, Maria. Come on, let's go dancing tonight. But if you want to feel the Holy Ghost, then join the band and burn your clothes. Cause the last great hope of rock and roll ain't some Barbie doll on a stripper pole. And I know every word to your first CD.
Jealous you're capturing this.
I wouldn't marry you tonight on them streets of Galilee. So desperately you kiss my face like you're from another time and place, a memory I cannot seem to trace at all. The triumph that you pull back into town like a circus, and what a juggling clown. I fought for a critically acclaimed artist who can't even draw. So light one up for me and say I saved you from another day of petty lies, of gutless folks who steal from you to give you hope. I get the feeling nowadays there ain't nothing left to say. Yes, won't you take my hand, fly so far, we'll hit outer space from inside my car. Cause we all used to dream so hard, but nowadays we're all too sick and tired of cried so much, my dear. The tears are like a sea. There's a ship we can ride across on them streets of Galilee. Well, no one's right, but no one's wrong, as we all wait here for the atom bomb, and I ain't never had to wait so long to get blowed up. But maybe when we finally go, MTV will show some videos and apologize for all their shows and wish they tried a little harder to find something cool. Yeah. I guess I don't really watch TV, but I know I would if I could see a beat poet laughing at misery, just like it's 1963. And baby, you gotta know, I loved you even way back then. Except it was different, it was the 60s, so I was into Allen Ginsberg and super gay. I grew up in this little town outside of Ohio, like I was saying earlier, and when I was a kid, my mom used to pick me and my sister up from school, and she would have in the car, she had two different Beatles tapes. One tape was the red Beatles tape, and the other tape was the blue Beatles tape. And I used to listen to them all the time, and I would take them up to my room and sit in front of my stereo with them and try to learn how to play guitar like the guys on the tapes, which was really hard and very discouraging, but for some reason I kept up with it anyway. I really didn't have a lot of shit going on when I was 12, so it was a good time for me to have a hobby, and I pursued it. But anyways, I figured out as I was listening to the Beatles, you know, I was into their early shit. I love the acoustic guitar stuff, you know. And I figured out though that later on, you know, with the electric guitar, that was a whole other kind of guitar, and when you played it, like a lot of the shit that happened was way cooler. You know, like if you play like acoustic guitar like I'm doing right now, somebody might sign up to feed the whales or some shit like that. Just different things you can do to help the environment. If you're playing electric guitar, like there's free beer, the chicks are going to take their shirts off. There's going to be a lot much cooler scene happening than when you're singing a song and someone's like, oh, the wolf is a sad wolf. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up by telling you this quick story about the first time that I ever saw somebody play the electric guitar. I was trying to figure out who I should go see play, because I thought if I see somebody do it, maybe that'll turn me on to some shit that I'm not able to figure out on my own. And there was this guy playing at the Ohio State Fair named Ted Nugent, and I saw Ted Nugent play, and it was really fucking awesome, actually, for like the first 2 hours. It was really great. He played all of his hits, and he played like all 4 of his hits and a lot of other songs that he'd written as well. And it was great, and it was really rocking and really awesome. And then he went off the stage for a moment and came back on the stage, and in the music business they call that an encore. So he was doing this encore thing, and for some reason he decided to stop singing songs about cool badass shit and cats scratching each other and having a fever and all this kind of shit like that, and start singing this song called Asshole, which is basically where he sings about different people that he thinks are assholes, and then one by one his road crew brings out a life-size cardboard cutout of each person he's singing about, and he shoots them with a flaming crossbow. And the place goes fucking nuts. It's so weird. It's like all the NRA people just come out of the woodworks when that happens. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. So, you know, I was kind of like, wow, I guess now ignorance is a point of view, and that's cool. But my point in telling you this tonight, my friends and neighbors, and I do think there is a point in there somewhere. I'm trying to find it anyway in my mind as I'm saying this to you, but I think the point is that, you know, the times that we're living in are super weird. There's a lot of weird shit happening. There's a lot of, like, you know, governments shutting down and all that kind of stuff, you know, which makes it hard to get your McDonald's on time. And at least it does for me, because I'm always thinking, man, I want that cheeseburger, but the government, you know how it is. So anyway, but I'm just saying, now's as good a time as any to do what my friend Kevin would say, is start yourself a good revolution. I'm not talking about the kind of revolution where you need to put a cardboard cutout of someone up and shoot it with a crossbow. I'm more talking about the kind of shit you can do in your bedroom with, like, maybe like a 6-pack of Mickey's Big Mouth, some rock and roll posters on your wall, maybe some like old school Nintendo. Remember the thing with the map that you had to do to run and it never really worked, but you had it anyway? Maybe that shit's in there, a lava lamp, I don't know, whatever you need to do it. Enjoy yourself, enjoy each other, talk to each other, don't go out to dinner and just text the whole time. 15 minutes of texting and then 15 minutes of talking is the way I do it. And I'm at my grandmother's house. And anyways, thank you guys so much for being so nice to me. My name is Tasjan. I'd like to remind you to be who you are. Never follow a hippie to a second location. If you're going to listen to Ted Nugent, stick to the early shit.